about an ingredient which is not as sexy as some of the other ingredients in the skincare industry, an ingredient which deserves more credit for all the benefits that it brings to the skin, and that ingredient is Panthenol. Panthenol, an ingredient which is quietly doing all the hard stuff. Let's get started. Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. Let's dig deep into Panthenol. Let's start with the benefits Panthenol offers to the skin. Panthenol is a humectant. Humectants are water magnets. What they do is they bind themselves to the water molecules from the atmosphere, bring all that water to the surface of the skin, and thus help the skin stay hydrated. Hydrated skin is soft and plump. Panthenol is also an emollient. Emollient has two important functions. The first thing it does is it forms a thin layer on the visible layer of the skin and prevents the water loss. You see, water from the skin is constantly evaporating. This is called transepidermal water loss. Emollients, by forming a thin layer, are reducing that water evaporation and thus helping the skin stay hydrated. Panthenol is a good emollient. Now, emollients also do another thing. They go and fill in all the gaps on the skin. They condition the skin and give the skin a very smooth appearance. This function of emollient, though, however, is not a permanent fix. It's not permanently getting rid of any of those fine lines. It gives the skin a smooth feeling for as long as it's on top of the skin. Panthenol is both hydrating and moisturizing. Hydrating and moisturizing, two different things. It's hydrating because it's a humectant. It brings all that hydration to the skin. It's moisturizing because it's an emollient. It forms a thin layer and keeps that hydration in the skin. A lot of emollients are oil-based ingredients, and oil-based ingredients can be a bit problematic to acne-prone skin. Panthenol, a good emollient, is not oil-based ingredient, and so it can be helpful even for acne-prone skin. Panthenol is a good anti-inflammatory ingredient. Whenever there's any kind of irritation or redness or inflammation on the skin, Panthenol can go and calm the skin down. The inflammation that can occur because of acne, because Panthenol can be used even on acne-prone skin, Panthenol can help with that as well. It's really important to calm the skin and get rid of that inflammation, because inflammation, whenever our skin is inflamed, a pigment called melanin, it goes into overdrive and an overproduction of this melanin pigment happens, and then all this excess melanin travels up to the visible layer of the skin, and once it reaches the visible layer of the skin, the excess melanin, it forms dark spots and uneven skin tone. The color of the dark spots and the uneven skin tone color is from the color of melanin. So it's really important to get rid of that inflammation and calm the skin down, and Panthenol is a good anti-inflammatory ingredient. Panthenol helps with wound healing. How does it do that? Panthenol proliferates fibroblasts. Fibroblasts are these tiny cells that are found in the deeper layers of the skin. They play a very important role in creating the extracellular matrix. Extracellular matrix is a substance that's there around the skin cells. It's in between the skin cells. Whenever we get a wound at that particular spot, the extracellular matrix is compromised. So Panthenol, because it proliferates fibroblasts, that is, increases the number of fibroblasts, and fibroblasts in turn plays an important role in creating extracellular matrix. Extracellular matrix that is compromised around the wound area gets a boost because there is now more of it thanks to the more of fibroblasts, and thus Panthenol helps in healing the wounds. One important thing, by wounds, I don't mean any open wounds or any serious wounds for which you might need a doctor's help. I mean simply some irritation and some scratches and some redness that can happen on the skin from time to time. Panthenol can strengthen the skin's barrier function. The top layer of the skin, the visible layer of the skin, acts as a shield. It protects, it prevents the water from the deeper layers of the skin from evaporating into the environment, and also protects the skin from attacks from the environmental nasties. Now, extracellular matrix, the substance that's there in between the cells, plays an important role in the skin's barrier function. So if the extracellular matrix is compromised, the barrier function also is compromised, and skin becomes dehydrated and prone to breakouts. And Panthenol can keep the extracellular matrix healthy. It can help with keeping it healthy and boost the production of some of the ingredients in the extracellular matrix. And thus, Panthenol Panthenol can help with the skin's barrier function. It strengthens the skin's barrier function. That means hydrated and less breakouts on the skin. Another interesting thing about Panthenol is its molecular weight. The unit for measuring molecular weight is Daltons. For an ingredient to get to the deeper layers of the skin, its molecular weight has to be less than 500 Daltons. Panthenol's molecular weight is 205. So it's quite a skinny little thing. So it can get to the deeper layers of the skin and do all its magic there. And that's where we want the magic to happen, in the deeper layers of the skin. So that's a good thing, huge plus for Panthenol. Panthenol can also help with your nails. So if you've got cracked nails, apply some Panthenol and it'll help make those nails stronger. Panthenol can also help with your hair because it's hydrating and moisturizing. It can give you a nice glow and make your hair all smooth and very fine. A lot of shampoos in the market use Panthenol as their primary ingredient. And Panthenol is not waxy. So when it's in the shampoos and you wash your hair, and when you wash it off, it rinses away. Panthenol does not stay back on the scalp. You see, you don't want some of these shampoo ingredients to stay on your scalp for longer than they should. So Panthenol goes in there, does its job, and then it gets washed away. So that's a huge tip. Panthenol is a very evidence-based ingredient. A lot of research has been done on Panthenol and the benefits it can bring to the skin. Now, this is not something we can say about a lot of skincare ingredients. There's not enough research for a lot of skincare ingredients that gets used in the skincare products. Panthenol, on the other hand, has a lot of evidence to support all the benefits that it can bring to the skin, hair, and nails. Panthenol is suitable for most skin types, which is again a huge plus. I'm going to leave some links to some of the products which I like, which has got Panthenol in it. It's all going to be in the description box. I'm going to gradually add these links as I come across these good products. Panthenol will usually appear on the ingredient list as vitamin B5, pro-vitamin B5, or as Panthenol. It can also appear on the ingredient list as butanamide or alpha-pantothenol alcohol. That's it. If you liked this video, please give it a like and do subscribe to the channel. It'll really help me a lot, and I will see you in the next video.